Hi guys, welcome to No Junk Talk, taking your mind, energy, soul to the next level, guys. Hope you're doing good. You're back on the next episode again. Thank you for coming back. And today I want to talk about interesting topic: how to reduce your appetite. How to reduce your appetite and lose weight, as a result. How can we do this? Now, I'm going to address this topic like um, I have done it in a similar way before where I talk about weight loss. Yeah, I had to do weight loss using shadow work and doing inner work. It's similar to that, but slightly at a different angle as well. Um, I want to connect it to self hate. So we're going to be talking about self hate and how this links in to ultimately reducing your appetite. Okay, so what is it? What does it all mean? Self hate, right? So the I would argue and I would say the biggest kind of cause or trigger of gaining weight and having maybe an excessive appetite, if you want to call it that, it's due to probably having self hate. When you self hate and you dislike yourself, it's a crazy mechanism that occurs in the body, spiritually and mentally. There's a battle with your true self. So the self hate, it's the self hate is so real. The subconscious is hating the real self so much that it tries to avoid it in every circumstance. It tries to avoid every feeling, every thought, every pain, every glimpse of its real self or its real image or its real reflection. It tries to block, ignore, and distract you from the real self. So, what do I mean? Let me break this down. So, for example, if you're feeling crap or yuckish about yourself, then your subconscious mind will somehow take you away from this feeling and start making you think about something else, about how you could look or would look in the future. So you see, the crazy thing is you've been taken away from the current inner present tense to the future. Or sometimes it's so clever it takes you to the past. It makes you think of the past where you might have looked in a certain way or you felt in a certain way. So it takes you to the past. So to distract you from being in the present. Now, in reality, to self hate, it's a crazy thing because when you self hate, like I've just explained, you are taken away from the present tense. You're taken away from the now. So you're either taken into the future, that doesn't exist, or you're taken into the past, that's gone, that doesn't exist. So basically, if you're not in the present, then you're nowhere, really. And if you're not with yourself right now, as you are, how you are, then you're just wasting your time. You're not taking advantage. You're not in the moment. And when you're not in the moment, your energy can never flow. You can never vibrate on a frequency and on a level and align yourself with the universe and the laws of the creator of the universe, how he set these things down. You can never be in like true vibration, and so you can never like be the true potential, that be the true you. So yeah. So coming back to that point where self hate is the biggest lie you could do to yourself. It's the biggest injustice you could do to yourself, because even though it's painful to experience sometimes the moment, because it's your true self. You might not like the way you feel. You might not like the way you are. But the realest And the most loving thing you could do is be there with this hurtful, scary, painful emotions. Be with them. Just stay with them. Accept them. Cherish them. And feel them. And be with them. And just experience them. And that's all you need to do. And that's one of the biggest forms of self-love you could do. Right? Is to face up to these fears and to these feelings, and just totally break the cycle of self-hate, because self-hate is to take you away from your inner child, from your true self. But to love yourself is to be with it. It's a whole different way of looking at it. So yeah, hope that makes sense to you guys. And my last video about I talked about I forgot what I talked about in my last video, but in my last video, the very one before this one, I talked about how being projecting yourself to be angry or speaking loudly can mess up your vibration sometimes, because you are distracting your thought flow. And then when you're distracting your thought flow, you can never listen to your inner voice. You can never listen to your inner child. And so, you can never be your true self, because you're not appreciating or giving time to the inner voices. And so this could be a big problem. So one of the more distracting methods is getting angry or speaking loudly and thereby drowning out the inner voice, the inner child. And so that's one of the major forms of self-hate. So that's something to watch out for, because when you speak loudly and when you drown out your inner voice, your inner feelings, then obviously you're just causing the self-hate to increase, and just the cycle just perpetuates. So that's very important as well. Just referring to my notes here. So then if we speak softly, and so in a way where you're not distracting your thoughts and you're not distracting your vibrations in your mind, so you're talking in with minimal effort, so then everything flows nicely. And when that happens, you'll be able to acknowledge your feelings and give love and space to your feelings, and then you become more integrated and whole, and healing will start. And so then how does this all link to appetite and weight loss? Then you're probably saying where's this going, mate, come on mate, come on mate, come on, sort it out, where you going with this, mate? Alright, calm down, let me tell you. So this is all linked to your appetite, because one of the problems is when with weight gain and stuff, right? A lot of it's rooted to you're blocking your feelings, and I've talked about this in the weight loss video as well. Alright, you're blocking your feelings, and when you block your feelings, it's like you're not accepting who you are. So this includes even when we feel hungry and we have a big appetite and we want to eat. What do? We try to distract ourselves from these feelings. We don't, we get guilt, we get shamed, we feel horrible because we want to eat. So these feelings, of shame and guilt, or even we're just want to eat, that desire to eat and just enjoy delicious food. Just entertain that feeling, and don't try and shoo it away. Be with it, and then you might get feelings of guilt. Well, then be with this feeling as well. Do not reject not one single feeling, accept all of the feelings. and be with these feelings, all associated with food and diet and cravings and shame and the way you look as a result of wanting to eat a lot, and your opinions about yourself when it comes to food, so the relationship with food, all these things. Just like embrace it and give it time and give it space. Let it be there. I mean, it's there for a reason. It's come with us for a reason. It's baggage that's come with us, and it's helped us. Like it or not, it was a survival mechanism. So but now, yeah, it's probably time that we need to depart and say goodbye to these these mechanisms and these coping strategies, and lovingly we have to say goodbye to them. But we have to acknowledge that what they've done for us. They've got us this far. Who knows what we could have done if we didn't have these. If we didn't have our relationship with food in this way, we could have been onto something else. So yeah, we need to appreciate this as well. So yeah, and then we once we start to have this positive relationship with the feelings that we associate with food, and the negative so-called feelings we have with the food and how we feel because of the food, once this shifts, the whole framework will change in our minds. And so and even like when we get food, like bloating is like such a physical feeling, and it sometimes make you feel so yuckish and so big and horrible. But even this feeling of bloating, just like be with it and accept it, because again, if you think about bloating on a deeper level, what is it? It's like a tense feeling around the stomach, and it's again relating. You could argue that it's related to self-hate, because your body's trying to protect you from feeling the stomach and all the fat around your body, because it doesn't want to associate with it, because it feels like it wants to protect you from it. So you feel this tense feeling, and it's like bloating, and that's what it is. I feel it's like a protective mechanism, from making you stop feeling. So once we accept and embrace these feelings and be one with them, they will go. And then I'm not saying that by magic you're gonna just lose weight, but what I'm saying, that when you do the inner work and get the emotions right in check, and your mindset in check with the feelings and everything, right, by doing the loving, and caring, of all of emotions, then you take the steps, for the diet and whatever you do to lose the weight, the physical steps, controlling your diet, and things will be so much more easier, So guys, sorry if this went on for too long, but I just want to round it up. Yeah, loving yourself and having a positive relationship with your inner self, and breaking the self-hate cycle, that will lose to ultimate control of your weight loss and your appetite, and just general control of your life. Yeah. Alright guys, like and subscribe, and if you don't like it, still like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Yeah, if you got any questions, put it down please. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.